We're ready to get started. You can turn the cameras on. Let me know when we're good.
We are recording now.
Okay, thank you, Diane. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the New York City Retirement System's Common Investment Meeting for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. This meeting is being held pursuant to the Open Meetings Law for New York State, which is our first one since I think March of 2020 that's taking place in this manner. So bear with us. It may be a slightly different experience than we've been having. Okay, I'm going to start by asking the executive directors to call the roll. So why don't we start with teachers?
Yeah, Steve Yuan, alternate trustee for John.
Says you're muted.
No, you're not muted. We can hear you.
Present.
Deborah Penny. Here. Thomas Brown.
Here.
Susanna Vickers. Here. Russell Buckley.
Present for CFO Lindsay Oates.
Natalie Green Giles.
I am attending via Zoom. I'm not voting today.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Patricia. Okay, next, NICERS.
Good morning, Chair, Mayor's Office,
John Adler, present.
Comptroller's Office,
David Jeter for Controller Scott Stringer, present.
Public Advocate's Office,
Elizabeth Guzman for Jumani Williams.
Borough President Manhattan,
Matthew Washington for the last time for Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer.
Borough President Brooklyn,
Good morning, Tanya Cantlow representing Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams.
Borough President Bronx, Borough President Queens,
Alan Swisher for Queensborough President Donovan Richards.
Borough President Staten Island,
Isaac Gordetsky for Staten Island Borough President James Otto.
International Brotherhood of Teamsters,
Lawrence Bosley, Ruben Torres for President Greg Floyd.
Transport Workers Union,
Dave Katzman for TWU Local 100 President Tony O'Donnell.
and District Council 37.
Robin Roach and Ray Santander on behalf of Executive Director Henry Garrido.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Winery. Next, let's hear from the Police Pension Fund.
Good morning. Can you hear me, John?
Yes, we can hear you, Kevin. Thanks.
Representing the PVA. DEA. SBA.
Anthony Brown.
LBA.
LBA is Johnny Ramirez with the proxy of Blue Turco.
CEA.
CA Johnny Ramirez, designee of Chris Monahan.
Commissioner of Finance.
Shuman Ray, designee for Shuri Solomon.
Mayor.
Shuman Ray for designee for Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Comptroller.
It's Jennifer Panovitz. I believe John Doris is on his way.
Police Commissioner.
Deputy Zimber for Commissioner Shea.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Kevin. And Fire. We hear from the Fire Boardroom.
Good morning, John. For the mayor's office.
Cynthia Collins, designee for Mayor Bill de Blasio in person at the Fire Police, at the Fire Pension Fund office.
For the controller.
Jennifer Panovitz, designee for Controller Scott Stringer.
Finance.
Cynthia Collins, designee for Finance Commissioner Sharif Solomon at the Fire Pension Fund Board Office.
For the UFA, Mr. Andrew Ansbro.
Eddie Brown has Andrew Ansbro present. Oh. Eddie,
I have Mr. Ansbro present. Mr. Robert Eustace. Mr. Edward Brown.
Here.
Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff, present.
Peter DeVita.
John Young with Peter DeVita's proxy.
Thank you. For the UFOA, Mr. Jack Kelty,
Here.
Mr. Liam Guilfoyle,
Here.
Mr. Paul Mannix,
Here.
and for Fire Commissioner Nigro.
Terrell Brown for Commissioner Nigro.
Good morning, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Pat. And for the Board of Education Retirement System, Mr. Rich.
Morning, John. We're represented today by Natalie Green Giles and Russell Buckley. We do not have a quorum and we will administer this business at our regular Board of Trustees meeting tomorrow.
Okay. So folks, just a few comments. First is, so please keep your mics on mute until you're going to speak. And if you want to speak and you're in a group setting like a boardroom, if you can direct whoever is controlling the mic on the Zoom to, or whoever is controlling the keyboard on the Zoom, I guess, to do the raise hand button, and then we'll recognize that boardroom, and then whoever's going to speak, when you're recognized, can speak, and just identify yourself when you start speaking, so the stenographer knows who's speaking. And then I just want to do a couple of recognitions as Matthew Washington, the representative for Borough President Gail Brewer, indicated this is his last meeting for the NYSERS board. And Matthew, we wish you well in your future endeavors, and thank you for your service to the city of New York and to the members of NYSERS as an able board member. Since we can't really applaud the way we would do normally, maybe people can use the reactions button to fill the screen with applause or thumbs up or whatever, like I just did that. Yeah, great, awesome. So thank you, Matthew. I don't know if you want to say anything in public. Want to unmute, or if NYSERS wants to unmute, Matthew can say something.
Yeah, thank you, John, Mr. Adler. It's been a pleasure serving with all of you. I will miss it. John, you'll be my chair forever, so I'll keep calling you. I'll make sure when I get calls about the early retirement program, which I still get, I will send them all to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. All the best. Thank you, everyone. It's been a blast.
Thank you. And then in addition, I believe this is going to be Jack Kelty's last investment meeting. Jack is a UFOA member of the fire board. So Jack, thank you for your service to the city and to the members of the Fire Pension Fund. And also, why don't we fill our screen with reactions for Jack? And I don't know, Jack, if you want to say anything to the comment.
Jack just ran to the lavatory. He will be right back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then we'll let Jack get a chance to come back. Why don't we then entertain motions to move into executive session, but before we make the final move, we'll let Jack say something. Okay, so why don't we go in reverse order?
Here's Jack now.
Oh, Jack Kelty. Okay, so Jack, we just,
my last meeting. Yes, it is.
Service, since this is your last investment meeting, and
Yes, I might have had some arguments with some people, but every second of every day, my sole consideration was the returns of our fund. I take it serious. As I've said before, we have to actually meet with the families of our brothers and sisters who fall in the line of duty. So that is always been my number one priority, and everything I've done and everything I've fought for was just to make sure that that money is there for the families of our fallen. If I offended anyone along the way, I apologize. It wasn't my intent. What I want to do was make the best I can for this fund, and that was my motivation since stepping up for this job. It's been a pleasure knowing you all. I'm glad I'm here. I'm leaving this seat in competent hands, and I wish you all the very best in life.
thank you, Jack. Thank you for your service to the city and to the board of the New York City Fire Pension Fund. Okay. So with that, we're going to entertain motions to exit public session, go into executive session. So let's start at fire. Is there a motion at fire to exit public and enter executive session?
Motion to exit public session and go into executive session.
Eddie
Cynthia.
Brown, second.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Any discussion? So fire, if you'll unmute yourselves, all in favor of the motion at fire to exit public, enter executive session, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Next, police. Can we get a motion to exit public and enter executive session?
So John, I just want to note, John wasn't here for the record, and I'll be making a motion to enter into the.
Okay, I didn't actually understand that. Sorry. Okay, folks have to mute themselves who are not speaking because there's a lot of background noise. So can whoever just said that repeat themselves, please?
John, this is John Dorsa. I want to note that I'm here for the record, and I'd like to make a motion to enter into executive session.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dorsa. Is there a second at police? Okay, thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion at police, unmute yourselves and please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, all opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Next, at NICERS, is there a motion to exit public and enter executive session?
So moved.
Who was it? I couldn't see who it was.
Batchman.
Thank you,
Second,
Mr.
Matthew
Batson.
Washington.
Thank you for the second, Mr. Washington. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion at NICERS to exit public and enter executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. And at teachers, is there a motion to exit public and enter executive session?
So moved.
Who was that?
Deborah Penny.
Thank you. You have to identify yourself. Sorry, I can't see on the camera who it is. Thank you, Ms. Penny. Is there a second?
Second, Susanna Vickers.
Thank you, Ms. Vickers. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion at teachers to exit exec and enter public session, excuse me, and exit public and enter executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, so we are now in executive session at all the boards. Can we please ask members of the public that are at any location to exit? And please turn the cameras and recording off. And